What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey the Brute Daniels. Welcome to an episode of Brutal Rant. Oh, I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. Mine was actually pretty solid, but we're here for a funeral, ladies and gentlemen. What? We're here for the final goodbyes to Young Justice. My goodness, my goodness. And now, granted, we know how badly this show has been bastardized, but this is going to be a whole funeral. It's going to be a glorious, yet destructive recap of once one of my favorite shows that went down the toilet, and that is now dead for good. So, I'm pretty sure there are fans of the show, there's fans that aren't fans or just hate the whole series, but this is going to be a full recap of where the great high points to the very low. So bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. This may be an emotional roller coaster for me. Has been a huge fan of this show. I had to watch it get butchered. So let's get this funeral underway. So let's first start off talking about Young Justice Season 1. This season was excellent. Good characters, good story, good espionage, really good chemistry with our main cast. Personally, my favorite was Superboy. I really liked his whole Cadmus background story. I thought it was really good. I thought intertwined. I thought it bounced off well with all the other characters. Wally was also a standout. Artemis was pretty cool. Robin, of course, was dope. And Miss Martian, she was a really unique character as well. With her being obsessed with pop culture, but then the stories behind what was going on about who's this mole, who's the one that's going to betray us, and all this cool stuff. Like, there was so much that went into this show. You can tell that the writers really took their time, really had love, really had respect for this craft. So when the first season ended with the cliffhanger of the
I'm kind of retarded.
Of what was that? Red Arrow ended up being the mole, and then then they had to stop the lights plan and all that stuff like that. But it was really good. It was well put together, left you wanting more. It was a really good season. I really loved it. Really got me hooked into this show.
Yeah.
Then season 2, Invasion, came around, which of course did a time jump between the first season and the second season. A few years go by. Our main cast of Robin is now Nightwing. Superboy is still the same age, but we get Blue Beetle, get some new blood in there. Once again, these characters gel really well. You get to see the evolution of what happened with our main characters. Seeing the relationship between McGann and Superboy that's fizzled out, and then you get to see why it went down, because Megan's been abusing her powers. The rise of Nightwing as the leader instead of Aqualad, but Aqualad seemed like he's turned bad, but also had a whole plan. It was so much good. And then introducing the Reach, which I really liked. Black Beetle, and heck, I like Blue Beetle too. This is all really good, and like having the government and the media turn on heroes. Like, there was so much cool stuff going on, to the point that the Reach revealed their big plan of them really being bad guys. It was so much fun. It was so good. It was amazing. It dripped with atmosphere. It was a tremendous season. I loved it. Even the new characters introduced, well, not new characters, but into the show. Batgirl was really cool. Wonder Girl was really awesome. Like there was so much. What was that? Lagoon Boy by Neptune's beard. Like there was so much cool stuff. But then the show got axed. At the end, even though it revealed like a really good cliffhanger of Vandal Savage and Darkseid shaking hands, it was like, oh my god, I can't wait to see what happens next, or what their team up would look like, all the stuff that they're scheming. I can't wait. And the show was canceled, unfortunately, for reasons beyond my understanding. But then we had a ray of hope. A ray of hope of a revival in the third season. Fans like myself and others got super excited. Like, oh my god, we're gonna pick back up where we left off. We're gonna see all the cool stuff that Vandal Savage and Darkseid are doing. We're gonna see all of our favorite characters. All this wonderful stuff is gonna come together. I can't wait. Wrong! But I was wrong. I was very, 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 very wrong.
Ew!
Outsiders, aka Young Justice Season 3. This joint was trash. We get a new batch of characters who are underdeveloped. Their stories were weird. A bunch of political messaging. All the characters that we loved and wanted to see were pushed to the back burner. The stories became disjointed. There was nothing memorable about the third season whatsoever. This was the beginning of the butchering. This was the beginning of the end for Young Justice. My heart began to bleed deep as I watched this third season. How nothing had real consequence. These characters didn't mean anything. Like, they tried to do something with Violet and Brion, but it didn't. It fell flat. Forager didn't make any sense. It was abysmal. And for longtime fans like me, our hearts broke in two. We were deeply wounded. But at this point, this was at the turn of media going full woke and all the other crazy nonsense. And so when the third season ended, we were like, oh, well, that was terrible. Hope they don't redo that again. And by God, they didn't. The fourth season of Young Justice. Oh my dear Father in heaven. This was the crowning achievement of absolute first ballot Hall of Fame trash. This was a show that lasted 20 episodes. Season lasted 20 episodes. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. All the stories that was built up in the first two seasons, dead, gone away with. Have no idea where they're going. Have no idea what's happening. We focused on 4 episodes of a wedding that it was all about racism. Then they had Violet with her pronouns and like it's this whole season was garbage. Killing off, use that term loosely, killing off Superboy for no reason. It had no real payoff. Nothing that pushed any stories forward. This joint was an abysmal wreck. Every political statement you can possibly imagine was pushed in this season. And it was not entertaining at all. Not only at that point my heart was no longer broken, but I was just deeply wounded by this season. Deeply wounded. I wasted so much time on this. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the description section below. I did the entire 4th season. I reviewed all the episodes of the 4th season. I implore you to check it out. Because good Lord, my breakdown, you won't believe what happened in this season. So that season ended with a whimper. And all of us clamored like, please do not bastardize this thing anymore. But then David Zaslav came around and put this show out of its misery.
Glorious.
This was some of the best news I have had in a long time. Young Justice won't return for season 5. Another one bites the dust. This was a mercy killing. How much more destruction can this brand, or DC in general, sustain? This had to die. It had to. Because the damage to the brand is already done. So like I said, this is a funeral procession for a once great show, one of my favorites of all time, that turned into an absolute schlock woke fest. And I am so very glad that it has been put out of its misery. So I no longer have to watch it suffer. So, folks, tell me what you think about the end of Young Justice. Now I know I didn't have a whole lot of jokes and all the funny stuff because this is a funeral procession. We have to be serious for a funeral. Tell me what you get. What you guys think? Did you want to be another season of this debacle, or are you happy that it's gone as well? Let me know in the oops, I'm gonna hit my mic again. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to leave in the description section below my review of Young Justice that I did. Actually, it took me months because they went on a bunch of hiatuses. Thank the Lord, because I needed breaks. And so you can make a judgment for yourself if you think that this joint should have continued for a 5th season or be mercifully put under the ground. For me, I will rejoice in the memory of what it once was, and rejoice that its good name will not be sullied any longer. So, good people, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and follow me on those dope social media platforms you over there. As always, you all have been awesome, and I'll catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out spinwiz.com or download the Spinwiz app and check out my comic series Trouble. It was written with a lot of love, and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.